welcome to another episode of the Get Out of Gaming podcast, episode 43. I am one of your hosts, Ben. With me is Alex.
Hello, hello.
I was actually going to start the podcast with hello, but it's just not the same.
I noticed.
Yeah. It's not the same because it's not my catchphrase.
It's true. You need a catchphrase. I mean, I guess you have one. It's like, what was it? Just something cyberpunk.
Oh my gosh. Yes, my son's friend was like, because a couple episodes, I made a couple really bad jokes about, blame it on cyberpunk. And so now every time I see him, he goes, hey, Ben, blame it on cyberpunk. So, yes, if he's listening, just know that joke now, I should say it all the time.
Yeah.
But we don't just talk about cyberpunk. We talk about everything that's going on in the nerdy, geeky universe. But before that, let's talk about either a hidden trophy you have or what you're playing.
All right. Yeah, normally I go last because normally I have stuff tied to the news stories, but
today I don't. To go first?
No, it's not. Okay. So I have been playing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and I've been trying to go for the platinum, and I hate myself now, so I don't think I'm gonna go for the platinum. It is very difficult, especially because I decided on doing this on critical mode.
Oh wow!
I'm level 99. I've beaten the game. I have. I even did all these Organization 13 Black Mushroom challenge things, which are only in Final Mix, which I've never done before. And when you do that, you get a special Keyblade that has more magic than Ultima, but it has less strength than Ultima.
Oh wow!
And its ability is no experience, so you have to be level 99 in order to really wield it. So I have that as well as Ultima weapon. Dow and Goofy have really good weapons too. They have... Actually, I think Goofy's not even using Save the King. He's using like something, like another one of those like mushroom things, because it was just so much better. Because he has like drains 40% or damage or something into his health or something weird like that. But yeah, I've been doing that, and the thing that I've gotten stuck on right now is that I have to do these things called data fights.
Okay.
So after you beat the game, there's also these things within Final Mix where you can fight all of the other Organization 13 members, like the ones that were only in Chain of Memories. So they never really had boss fights before. So like, yeah, you can fight them, and then you get like something special for fighting them. It's like an absent silhouettes, I think that's what they're called. But after you fight all of them and do everything, go through this long corridor thing inside Hollow Bastion or Radiant Gardens, like tower underneath, then you end up like in this place underneath like a passageway, like through a waterfall basically, and there's just a bunch of doors there, and they're each the Organization 13 members again, but they're like data fights, so they are harder. Nice. They are very hard. Like it's basically like saying like, hey, here, you can fight Axel again, but he's more powerful than he was before. I have only beaten one of them so far. I've beaten Zigbar, and I guess I've heard though you can grind him a bit, so like you can, whenever you beat Zigbar, you get a defense up or whatever, so like a permanent defense like +1 item, like a consumable. So I'm thinking about just fighting him, since I know I can beat him, so like fighting him a few times, so then I can just get some of that, so then I'll have more defense maybe for when I am fighting these other things. I beat Sephiroth, I think, last week or a couple weeks ago. I might have talked about it last week, I don't remember. And like he was really easy because he's like a normal boss,
right?
I beat him like at level like 60 something, and I think I don't know if I had the ultimate weapon at that point, but like yeah, I did it like I don't know, it took me like a day or so, but like I did it compared to all these others where it's just like I'm not doing anything, they're hitting me really hard. Um so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Like it's just really difficult, and even like the secret boss at the end of this game too, like is very very difficult, and I have never beaten that because it's only for this game. Um but again, I've decided to, because that's just what I was playing. I was playing critical mode so I could get that trophy. Um, so I have to play. I otherwise I'm gonna have to waste time again on proud or normal or whatever. I'm gonna have to just beat all this stuff in critical mode, and that'd probably be the easier thing to do. Um, but at the same time, I'm gonna waste all this time just dying and dying and dying at
I
all
mean,
these bosses. So
it doesn't seem like it would be an easy task whatsoever.
no, and I'm also playing this on my PS5, just through backwards compatibility with PS4. But like, I feel like Kingdom Hearts games actually run really well. Kingdom Hearts 3 ran amazingly well, on the PS5, even better than my PS4 Pro. And yeah, so like I'm not even streaming these really. I did stream the Sephiroth fight, like with like no mic or whatever, because I was just like, oh, man, let me just do this because I'm bored right now. And like I even wrote like no mic, whatever, like trying to do the Sephiroth fight, and I beat it in one go in that stream. Instead of like the hours that I was trying earlier. So like yeah, I'm not streaming any of these because I just don't have a way of doing that. My PS5 is my like main entertainment hub right now, so like that's in the living room. Because that just makes sense. My PS4 Pro is in my room, so that's what I would use for streaming. Um, Otherwise, I did start, or I did play a little bit more of the previous game, which is Chain of Memories, or Re-Chain of Memories, which is something I've never beaten before. Yeah, I don't know. I was playing that a few weeks ago, and I wasn't liking it. And then when I transferred my save file and like got everything from the cloud onto my system, it deleted that one that I was working on, but then I got my stuff for this Kingdom Hearts 2 run stuff that I've been doing. So I played the save file that was on the cloud, and now I'm having a lot more fun because I'm further ahead, so I just have a lot more like I don't know. Have you ever played Chain of Memories? Have you ever seen that one? That's the one with the cards.
Um,
It
I
was
have
on Game
booted it
Boy
up.
Advance. Yeah, it was originally on Game Boy Advance first.
I've only played it on my PS4 copy
Okay.
of Kingdom Hearts. I have never played it on Game Boy Advance.
Okay, so the Game Boy Advance one makes sense. Like that's why it's like a dumbed down combat, why with cards and things. Um, but yeah, on here, like it's really weird and heavy. If that makes sense. Like everything just feels very clunky and not quite Kingdom Hearts 1, not quite Kingdom Hearts 2. Um, but yeah, I was playing this and I was having more fun with it though because I had a better command deck. Because like you build a deck with just like all your attacks are cards, and you have to like refill your cards and do all this other stuff. So, but yeah, I had actually like a not bad deck on that last run whenever I was playing it, maybe on my PS4 back when. So like yeah, now I'm playing that. I don't know if I'm gonna continue that, to be honest. I don't know. I there's just like certain games where I'm just like, man, I should be playing this, and then I just play Kingdom Hearts instead or something. Like I need to go back to Yakuza 3 because I finished Yakuza Kiwami 2 a while back. Like there's just so many things that I need to do, but then I'm just like, man, I should be playing Metroid Dread. But you know what I'm gonna play and boot up after work? I'm gonna boot up PC Building Simulator or whatever, and that's like the third game that I've been playing a little bit. I booted it up because it was free on Epic Game Store like a while back.
Yep.
And so I downloaded it, and I played some of it and I was like, yeah, I'm having fun with this. This might be like a fun like streaming type game. And then after work today, I turned it on again. I noticed like we get like a free expansion, like a special expansion, and it's like IT technician expansion. And so I play a little bit. I was like, oh, this is cool. There's a ticketing system, and you carry a tablet around, and you're doing stuff. And then, like 20, 30 minutes into this, I was just like, this reminds me too much of work. And then I turned it off.
I was gonna say it sounds like it's just like work.
That one was. The previous one, or the regular game mode, is like you're kind of just in your house doing your own, like, IT repair technician thing. Whereas, like, yeah, the IT technician DLC was like, hey, you're working like as a technician, like you were hired into this company. So you're working here, and here's your tablet that shows you your tickets and all this stuff, and you have stuff coming in all the time. You don't have to accept jobs; they just come to you, and like you have to like read the tickets and like some of the tech notes, man, like or customer notes, like man, there was like the CEO or like creator of this like company, and he was basically like yelling at me. He's like, I know you're brand new, but I need my computer because I am very important to this company, and if I can't check my email, I can't use my computer, then we are losing money and blah blah. Man, I know people like you in real life. um and he's like, I forget what the guy was like. He wanted like 16 gigs of RAM as well or something. Like it wasn't a required thing, but like he kind of mentioned it in his customer note. So then I gave him 16 gigs of RAM and he was very happy. So like you just have to like pay attention to like the tech notes, the customer note, as well as like the emails and stuff, and like what's actually required versus like what's extra. But like yeah, it's an interesting game. Like I might try to stream it at some point just because like it's pretty chill. Like it's one of those like we can like I can talk to people or whatever and do it, or I don't know. It might be kind of just a chill game for like us to do potentially. Like where
Yeah,
we're just kind of, you know, we do podcasts and stuff, but like we can just chilly talk over a game too, about things. But like yeah, it seems like it definitely like very these simulator games seem like they were designed for streaming because there's a lot of dead time. Um,
and
but
it teaches you stuff.
it really does. So like you, it really does teach you like how to do certain things for the most part. Like obviously it does highlight like things. It's like here's this where this thing goes, and this is where this cable goes, and oh, you're trying to take out the CPU, or you're trying to take out like the graphics card. Well, you have to pull up this thing first, and then unscrew this, and then do this. Like they'll pop up with like you can't do this yet. You have to pull out this cable first, or you have to turn it off
Right.
first, or whatever. So like, but when you go look at graphics cards and look at other things within the game, like they're real graphics cards, and it looks like I can install Fall Guys onto one of the computers.
Oh, that's
I don't know if
awesome.
I can play it through there or not, or like how good it is, but like it was showing me different things that I could install onto like one of these like work computers, for example. So I was like, I wonder what would happen if I installed Fall Guys. Can I play Fall Guys through this machine right here? Like that'd be really cool.
That would be really cool. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, not really playing too many things. I've just been fairly busy with work and other stuff, life, our stuff that we've been doing as well. Yeah, we getting ready for the holidays, so doing some of that stuff. But yeah, nothing really much. How about you though? Have you been playing anything interesting or
Um,
fun or different besides like
I,
Star Wars?
yes. So I booted up Tales of Arise that I bought a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Um, so much fun. Um, there's only two members in my party right now, but uh, yeah, I really like it. I'm about I'd say 4 hours in. I've already done one of the major bosses, which is fun.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's a good game, good graphics, combat's good, dialogue is a little, Yeah, some
as
days.
as per Tales. Oh, like, have you ever
Yeah.
played a Tales game before?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There was one on PlayStation 3. There was actually two parts to it. Um, I can't think of the name of it,
Xillia,
but
like
that's
Xillia.
it.
Yeah, I played the first one of
Yes.
that one.
Yeah, that was like my all-time favorite.
Okay.
I mean, I played it like 3 times through. I
Cool.
love that game.
Yeah, Tales of the Abyss is actually my favorite. It was on PS2, but the way I played it, I actually played it through my 3DS. Um,
Okay.
so like, yeah, it's a very fun game as well. Like, yeah, all Tales games pretty much play the same. Like, they're like certain, they're action RPGs, like where you're like
Yeah.
in a thing, like in a area arena type fighter thing, but it is an action RPG where
Yeah.
you can use your spells, use run around, attack, whatever. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have not booted up my Final Fantasy VII remake that I bought on PS5. I'm waiting. As Alex said, that we've been doing episodes gearing up for the holidays, so me and Alex can take a break.
Yeah,
I don't think we've missed an episode except for early in the year,
yeah,
first of the year, last like of this year.
yep.
So we're definitely gonna take some time off. But yeah, I haven't been playing much of that. I've been playing. I went back to playing a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront on my PC.
Yep.
Um, I have not booted it on the PS5 yet,
Hmm.
which is weird because you would think I'd want a shooter running those frame rates on there, um, but I haven't. Um, but I played a little bit of that. I recently bought the original Five Nights at Freddy's on Switch.
Okay.
It's the core collection. It's like 1 through 5 or 4 maybe.
Okay.
Um, I bought it for like it was like $25 brand new,
That's not bad.
from GameStop. No, and that just brought back a lot of memories of when I first played it.
Yeah.
Um, those games are so simplistic, and yet they're really well done in my. Um, that's pretty much it. But speaking of Five Nights, we can kind of jump into our first news story today. The PlayStation State of Play happened last week.
Yeah.
Um, we both watched it. I don't know. We both had our own opinions. We were kind of talking beforehand. We'll go through some of the games here, and then we'll give like what our overall thought here. We're looking at the IGN article
Hmm.
by Logan Plant. Now these are not in order, um, but these are the games they kind of talked about there, and they've already said that they were all third party. Here, there's a couple of them that kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
But the first one on the list is Little Devil Inside. I like this one here. I think it looks really, really good. Um, it's it was originally announced in June 2020. There's no release date for it, but I do like this one. I think it looks really good. A good like artish kind of hack and slash game. What do you think of this one?
I forgot this game existed until we saw this trailer again, because yeah,
Yeah,
it has been a while. Um, I think it looks fine. It just really doesn't look like a game that's for me. And that's not a bad thing. If it became cheap, or like if it was like a PlayStation Plus game, sure, I might try it. But I'm not itching for this game like so many other people are.
this is definitely going to be a PlayStation Plus game. I feel
Yeah.
down the road.
Mm-hmm.
It you can always tell it has that like feel, right? This has that feel here. No date. A lot of these they didn't have a date. There was a very few.
Yeah.
Um, let's move on to the next game they talked about. Alex's favorite, Bug Snacks, and the Isle of Big Snacks is a free update.
Yeah.
Uh,
Speaking of PlayStation Plus games, like,
I literally played the first one for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, okay, not my this is not my jam.
yeah, like it definitely. I eventually fell off of it, but I really did have fun with it when I did. It's kind of like the new console like drought. like I didn't really have anything to play that was like a PS5 game, or it's like when the Switch came out. Like you didn't really have any thing to play that was a Switch game except Zelda and then eventually Mario. Maybe Mario Kart, I guess, but
Right.
that was on the Wii U before. Like yeah, like this definitely helped fill like your appetite a bit when the PS5 first came out. Um but like I feel like a lot of people fell off of this game, but it's cool to see that it's getting a free update. Especially because a lot of people who did get this, at least when the PS5 first came out, or if they have PlayStation Plus, just go through the website. Like they already have the game, so now you're gonna have an even
Right.
bigger game to play. And I don't know, like the monsters, like the bug snacks themselves, like they look very fun and interesting again because they're always very creative. Like I like I don't know what it is, but it looks kind of like a dragonfly, but it has like tortilla wings. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is really cool. Um, or like there was like this thing at the end of the trailer where like it looked like a bottle opener. Like it didn't even look like an actual snack. Um, but yeah, I'm hopeful for this. This might get me back into it. Like it's again like it's a nice chill game. It's kind of like PC
Yeah.
simulator. But like it's just one of those games where you're just setting traps, doing things, looking at stuff, collecting things. Like it's just very chill. So yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get into it, but my son really did. And he played a lot of it. Um, I wouldn't consider this the knack of release games, um, but he liked knack as well. So
I would not
he liked
consider
knack
this
too.
knack.
No,
I have not played
no.
knack 2. I would not. I don't know anything about knack 2. I have played knack.
Knack 2, I think the controls are a little bit better,
Okay.
but basically it's more the same type of stuff. I mean,
Okay.
it looks good for what it was. People have a lot of problems with it.
Hmm.
Yeah, Alex, if you ever want to, I own a copy right back there.
Oh
You can.
boy.
No one wants
I,
to buy it back from me, so
yeah. I think I'm good. I'll wait for knack 3.
yeah, that's not happening. The next game they talked about was Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, which was one of the few games that are like, "Yep, it launches this year." There was a little code at the end that kind of said when it was. Um, this one comes out December 16th. Uh, now, I know, Alex, you don't like the other Five Nights games, correct? Or you never really played them?
My youngest sister actually played them like on iPad and stuff, and she's like 10 years younger than I am. But so like she enjoys them or did enjoy them, so she might enjoy this if it's on other systems eventually, like Switch, because she has a Switch. Um, but yeah, like I'm not really big into jump scares. Like I don't really like horror, but I'm fine with horror. Um, Jump scares are where I draw the line. Like it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Um, but for this game in particular, doesn't seem like there are really any jump scares. It seems like it's more just survival horror. So I am looking forward to this. Like this might be one that I buy just because of how cool. Like we saw the previous trailer and it looked really cool too. But like it seems like Freddy Fazbear, whatever, is helping you, and you can like hop into him as well and just like mech, like ride him as a mech. Like that's
Yeah.
really cool. Like it reminds me of I don't know, like getting into like the certain armors like in Fallout or like in Kingdom Hearts or whatever, like in the Toy Story world. Like you're getting into something and then you're piloting it. But then like
Yeah.
if you notice in the trailer, like I think it was like Chica or someone like didn't notice that you were a human inside. So like there's a lot of like
Yeah.
cool stealth mechanics like that too.
Yeah. I've never played the Sister Location's the only one I've never really played.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but the other ones, it was you were kind of stationary.
Yeah.
You were in one room there. I remember when this came out, I downloaded it on my tablet, and my kids were pretty young, and they loved it. And then it just blew up in a younger generation.
Yeah. I remember all
Um,
those toys. I was working at
yeah,
GameStop even when this game came out. So like there are toys everywhere.
my Parker, my son, has a couple in. He's got quite a few. Um, but my thought is when I was waiting for this to happen, I was actually on the PlayStation 1. On the chat, there were a lot of people asking for this game in chat. And I was actually texting you a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just tons of people. So I'm thinking it might do really well.
Yeah,
It looks great. I think they had it running on a PS5.
that's what they said. Yeah.
Yep. And so this is probably the most ambitious game that they've ever done. I mean, it's big. There's room for DLC. There's
Mm-hmm.
so much. If it does well, there's so much they can do with it. Uh, and Scott Cawthon, the guy that created Five Nights, is actually taking a step back,
Mm-hmm.
and he's letting this other studio do it. So I think that's going to be better because he's like a one man person doing these games.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so yeah, I'm probably going to get it. My son's going to get it for Christmas. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't hear this. Uh, but yeah, if they do a physical version, he will get it, no problem.
Yeah.
The the next game that threw me completely off was Star Ocean: The Divine Force. Um, Here's what threw me off. I did not see it as a Star Ocean game at first.
I did almost immediately because I texted you and I was like, I think this is Star Ocean. And then like a minute later, it said Star Ocean. And I was like, yep,
Yeah,
it's Star Ocean.
I just saw the Square Enix and I'm like, what is this? Um, I thought it looked great. When was the last time we had a Star Ocean game?
PS3, 360.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
The Last Hope, I think, was the last one. And that one didn't really do too well. I played some of it and I thought it was fine. But it was kind of boring. um,
Yeah,
the real good ones are the originals, especially the remakes on the PSP, and then Till the End of Time is the one that everyone loves, which is the 2 disc PS2 game.
that's the first one I ever played. Was
Yeah,
that
that was
one?
the first one I ever played as well. I actually have it. You can buy it through PSN. Um, it's like $10 or something. Like you can buy it, and it has trophies as well, I believe.
Really?
So yeah, like because it was like one of those games, you know how like they had like Jack and Daxter and all this stuff. Like I'm pretty sure Star Ocean Till the End of Time has trophies. I'll look that up, but if I'm wrong, someone let me know.
I that was the first game I played. I had my PlayStation 2, and this was like, for me, I started playing some RPGs. I played Final Fantasy X, and so this was one of the other ones I played. This and Dark Cloud, um, another one that you can buy on PSN. But the trailer looked great. The combat looked good. It the combat almost reminded me of Tales. Like it seemed free flowing ish combat.
Oh yeah, that's how this
Uh,
these games always are. So
yeah, it looked really good. Um, just said 2022. They're not really saying. I actually thought for a minute when I first started seeing this that it was like a Xenosaga game on this. That's what I actually thought, and I think I even said that to you, and you're like, no,
yeah.
no. So
Yeah, no, it's definitely not gonna be Xenosaga. They don't care about that series anymore. No one does, I guess. And it's like same thing with like any of the Xeno gears and all that. Like it's all Xenoblade. and
right,
that now it's possible maybe no one wants to call their game Xeno whatever right now because otherwise they might just get affiliated with that. But I,
right.
I did look up PSN profiles. Yeah, there are trophies for Star Ocean Till the End of Time on PS4, and there is a
That
platinum.
is awesome. Really, I might have to look that one up.
Yeah.
So, the next one on the list is Death Door. It's coming to PlayStation next month. Actually, this month now, November 23rd.
Hmm.
Um, this one was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought
There
it looked
really
fine.
wasn't a big trailer for it, but
Yeah.
it, I mean,
I don't know.
it was like it's definitely an indie title. It looked cool. I mean, this is not one I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
This actually looks like another PlayStation Plus title down the road, to be honest.
Agreed. Yeah. Um.
I mean, probably not much to say on that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't really have much to say. I know that people like that game or whatever because like I'm pretty sure it's on PC already. I'm pretty sure. So, um, or at least I know like people talk about this game all the time, Death's Door. But like, yeah, it didn't really do anything really to impress me yet. So we'll see when by the time it comes out. Maybe I'll have it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Well, hopefully, it's at a good price point. To be honest,
Yeah.
um, the next one they talked about was a Death Verse, the new battle royale, uh, set in the Let It Die universe. So I've never even heard of Let It Die, but uh,
I have wait, I'm pretty sure Let It Die. Is that like Grasshopper Studios? That's like Killer is Dead and stuff, right?
I think so. It was definitely a weird. It was weird. Because there was not all. That wasn't all guns. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see here. So yeah, Let It Die was a similar to this. It was except it was a free to play action RPG roguelike by Grasshopper manufacturer. And yeah, Grasshopper and Gung Ho Online. But yeah, this is let's see. Yeah, Grasshoppers like that was founded by like Suda 51, so like Killer 7, No More Heroes, um, stuff like that. So I don't know if Suda is involved with this particular one, but it looked very much like that. um, yeah.
it's probably that is the most different battle royale I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really into battle royales at all.
Yeah.
It seems like it almost seemed like they were trying to catch some of that Fortnite crowd
Mm-hmm.
a little bit wacky, a little bit different. Not everybody has a gun,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, that was they showed that. They also talked about the King of Fighters beta. Does anyone still play King of Fighters? I have not played this game since like 2002. I think was the last time I played it.
Yeah, I haven't played a King of Fighters in a long time. Um, but like so many fighting games are coming back from the dead. So like I mean, I'm playing I haven't lately, but like I have not Tsukihime. What's it actually called? Melty Blood. I have the new Melty Blood game, and like that's a new like um that's a game like in a franchise that hasn't existed for a while. Like it hasn't been here for a while. So like the last Melty Blood was like an older arcade game, and now it's back. Like King of Fighters, I don't think we saw the 14th one. I don't know. Was that even on PS4? I don't remember.
It was. Um, I love so back in the 90s, you had Street Fighter, you had, Mortal Kombat, and then King of the Fighters was the best looking one. And
Mm,
when they did King of the Fighters, it was all these fighters across different platforms that they had,
yeah,
uh, which it was really, really good. SNK did them,
yeah,
and but here's the crazy thing: until they started coming out of the systems, no one owned a Neo Geo.
yeah.
No one did because they were like $1,000, and then the cartridge was like
They
$300 to $400.
still are.
Uh, yeah, it's crazy the amount of money. But these ones are a lot. They are trying to do like a Street Fighter. I have not played one in a while. They don't seem interesting anymore
Mm,
to me, but that's just me. But hey, if you love it, the beta starts on November 19th through the 22nd. 8 fighters will be available, online matches and training, and it'll be on PS4 and PS5. So this one here, First Class Trouble, they showed a trailer for this, and actually from November 2nd through the 6th of December, it's free for anyone that's a PS Plus
okay.
subscriber. Uh, this one was like totally different, but I liked what I saw. You know,
Yeah, it was very interesting because like yeah, you're just kind of working together, but like also not working together. Like it's a really weird. I hate to say it's another type of like Among Us thing, but like it really is. Like you're trying to
Oh yeah,
sabotage, but at the same time, just pretend that you're doing things together. Um, it looks fine, and like yeah, being a PlayStation Plus game, um, like yeah, I'll probably try it because it's free.
yeah. I feel like I feel like Among Us has really opened the door
Hmm.
to that type of genre now.
Yeah.
Uh, and so this looks cool. It's a PlayStation Plus game. I will definitely play it now that I know it's a PlayStation Plus and I don't have to pay for it.
Hmm.
But it was really cool that they showed in here. They showed a free game. So
Yeah.
the last game that we're going to talk about today is Are We OFK? It's coming to PS5, PS4, 2022. It follows the lives of an indie pop band, OFK, in a story-based adventure. Um, yeah, this looked okay. I mean, I think is what they started off with was this one here. If Spencer was here, this would he loves those story-based games like this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like Gone Home and I don't know,
yeah,
like these types of things, and it very much seems like that. Um, it looks fine. Um, I was kind of hoping that, like, seeing the visuals and seeing something like this, um, I was kind of hoping that it would be more of sure this kind of story, but then also a game like Unbeatable or something like that, where like it's a rhythm game as well as just doing this stuff. Like I don't know, like you can do these story based adventure things and like that's fine, whatever, do what you want. But like when you're doing a story based adventure or like a game about a band, make it a rhythm game. Especially if you're gonna be
absolutely.
making all these other songs anyway for the game. Like it just feels like wasted potential.
Yeah, and that was my thought. Was that exactly the same thing? Of like, you have an opportunity to do a music-based rhythm game, do that.
Yeah, you could
Um,
still tell a story. Like the beta demo thing that I was playing for Unbeatable, like that one time, like there's a story clearly there, and like, but like it's also separated between the tracks of the game. So I don't know. Like I would hope that someone else would do another one of those.
yeah, that's what but when I saw it, I'm like, and then to be honest, this is what started the whole conference.
Mhm.
And you're sitting there like, okay, well, this is not a good way to start.
Yeah.
But they did kind of ramp up in the middle. So overall, what were your thoughts of this wonderful presentation? What were your thoughts?
It had to happen because of a lot of these games were coming out very soon. Like Five Nights at Freddy's, like that's coming out in December. Um but honestly, a lot of this stuff could have either been a PlayStation blog like post, or just a quick little here or there, like, hey, here's a trailer randomly. Um, or even this could have been what this actually should have been was the previous state of play. And then the state of play that we saw last time should have been last week.
Exactly, and that's what my thoughts were. Where I feel like these are ones that we could have done earlier and just got it done with.
Yeah.
But, eh, you know what? It's that time of year where everyone's going to start shopping. Everyone's going to start doing Christmas shopping. So they were just trying to get something out, but only a couple of those games are even out before end of the year.
Yeah.
So, and if you're lucky enough to get a PS5, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's move on to something that we both thought was cool. Star Wars Book of Boba Fett. That trailer dropped this week. Um, I will start off by saying number one, I had heard of this, but there hadn't been anything. So I was excited. I was like, dude, this is awesome. I saw anyone knows me knows I love Bosk, hence my comic book back there.
Yeah.
They showed his race of people
I
in
saw
like
that.
this thing. I'm like, there's hope that Bosk will show up because Bosk could still be alive.
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome if he showed up. If that actually is Boss back there, oh, that'd
I
be
mean,
awesome.
Boba
But
Fett's alive, so
yeah, I mean, he he survived the Starlock pit. I
yeah.
mean, but they dropped the trailer. It was funny because they were trying to keep things quiet. obviously you got the guy who plays Boba Fett. Um, and this takes place after season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Yeah. So
Um,
I actually just finished season 2 of The Mandalorian, and after the credits, you see spoilers for The Mandalorian, I guess. I mean, I didn't have any, but like at the same time, this isn't really
see,
like a big thing. Um
right.
at the especially cuz we're already talking about Boba Fett. But at the end of that, you see him go back to Tatooine? Yeah. Um and go back to like Yoda's like or not Yoda, to Jabba's old palace, and you see big old Bib Fortuna, just like a bigger, like clearly just been eating a lot, becoming the next Jabba. Just because like he had, I mean, he had people there serving him, he had slaves there, um, very big Jabba energy, and yeah, so he shows up and Bib Fortuna is like, "Oh, um, Boba Fett, I didn't know you were still alive," and then he just shoots him, and just like
Yep.
also just like frees the slaves and also other stuff, and then he just like moves his carcass over and just sits on that throne, and like that's what this is. Like it's Boba Fett and Fennec, who was in the season 1, and I guess a little bit of season 2 at the end of Mandalorian. Just trying to just take over the territory again that Jabba, man, so many words, that Jabba the Hutt originally had. Like, so just that's what it seemed like was happening in this trailer. Like as you said, like Bosk's race, like it seemed like they were all just trying to work together and just basically become, I don't know, not civilized, but just like take over the land as unified as possible.
Which it's funny because I brought this up when Boba Fett showed up. There were lots of comments that people made about his weight.
Mm-hmm.
Now this actor is a lot older now. I've got him pulled up now. Um, he was born in 1960. Okay,
Yeah.
give give the guy a break. Uh, but it was in these trailers. It looked like he's lost weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like it literally looked like he lost some serious weight. I love the fact that Boba Fett's back. Um, and that now that we have Disney Plus and Disney owns the rights to Star Wars, this is the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see more into the Star Wars universe. I don't want Anakin Skywalker crying over Padme. I want to see this. This is what I want to see. Uh, and not only that. So besides this, they've got all the other shows they're working on. Um, got the Ahsoka. They've got the Rangers of the New Republic. They've got all these things they're working on for Disney Plus. So this is just a start. This actually it comes out end of December 29th. Um, so I'm excited because we were all expecting to get more Mandalorian, but they've pushed it back.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good filler, you know. Um, and so I'm excited about that. That was actually a good trailer. I didn't even know it was coming out. It just showed up one day. So that's awesome. Did you know Hallmark has an ornament where it's Boba Fett sitting on that throne?
Of course I do.
You can't get it, but they have it. They did have it.
Yeah.
Uh, um, so that's really cool. Let's move on to the next story, which is the Mobius trailer. Um, yeah. So there was a trailer before a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think COVID kind of
Yeah, I forget when this
knocked
Morbius
that.
trailer was. It was like I think it was 2020, like early 2020 might have been when we saw this trailer originally.
Yeah, I the first trailer was okay.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it on a previous podcast. But this trailer was much better. I like this trailer a lot. It definitely ties into Spider-Man and
Yeah.
Venom. So, which makes it seem that they're all in that same universe, is my thought.
Yeah, and even in the previous trailer, um they showed like a lot of honestly, this trailer used a lot of the same shots from the previous trailer, but it was just more of an extended trailer, it seemed um like Vulture, like he was here, like that actor, like he was playing Vulture, he was still there. He had more of a speaking role in this one compared to the other. But yeah, he was in that. And then you see the Spider-Man, people make fun of this, but you see the Spider-Man PS4 loading screen like pose
Yeah,
of Spider-Man just on a poster, but like instead it's the Sam Raimi Spider-Man costume. um but and then yeah, he makes a joke at the end like we're Venom or something. He's like, oh no, just kidding, I'm Dr. Morbius.
Doctor. Well, it's funny you bring up that picture when he's walking by um, Jared Leto's character, and they have that Spider-Man picture. Someone spray painted "murderer"
Yeah.
over it. So this obviously takes place right after that last film. I thought it was great. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, it looks really cool. I have a hard time thinking this is going to be PG-13, but we'll have to see. And I think we were talking before because Mobius is not a bad guy, but he's not really a bad guy, but he's not really a good guy per se. He's like kind of both.
He's yeah, like he's kind of just he's just really sick and like he can't control himself. Like I remember him most in the 94 cartoon. But like he is like a smart man who I guess is a doctor. But like scientist person, and he just can't control his vampire tendencies. But in this, it seems like he can control it a little more, and so it's possible that he might just be like, yeah, like more of an anti-hero, or maybe even a hero at the end of the day. I'm
Yeah,
really not sure yet. I do really like the way that he looks. He looks very like good. He reminds me of like Nosferatu or something. Like he looks like that
yes,
kind of vampire. He's not he's not Twilight vampire, but like he's also not like Stoker. Like he's not um Bela Lugosi type vampire. Like he is more like a traditional like older vampire. Like with the like if you think of like Voldemort or something with like his pushed up like small nose, like that's what he looks like just with fangs.
I really like the part where he's in a room where it looks like he's surrounded by blood packets,
Mm-hmm.
and you could see like the vampire parts trying to take care, like come out,
Mm-hmm.
but he tries to control it, which I thought was really cool. Um, and I know people were like, "Oh my god, Jared Leto doing another movie," but let's be honest, okay? Several actors have done like they've done a superhero movie that's not been good. Ryan Reynolds did Green Lantern. That was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But then he turned around and did Deadpool and like nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like Jared Leto. I think he's a very good actor. I didn't like his Joker. I'll be honest. Uh, I didn't like how he wore the gold grill, and it just didn't seem very Jokerish to me.
Yeah, it's fine to change a character here or there, make them different, but like yeah, when you're not even adhering to like the spirit of the character, then it's just really off putting.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like now watching the Joker movie, that to me is a little bit of the Joker. I think you mix him with a little bit of the Jack Nicholson Joker. That's Joker to me, and Heath Ledger.
I still have not seen the Joker film.
Oh my gosh, you got to watch it. I will tell you, it's rated R for a reason.
Oh yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure.
it's
Um,
it's it's
yeah,
sad and dark.
that's
It's
what I've
like,
heard from people before. They're
yeah,
like, I'm like, did you enjoy the film? They're like, I think so. It was a good movie. I don't know if I enjoyed it. Like it's like that kind of film. So like I don't know. I just have to be in the right mindset for that kind of film, maybe. Like I
well,
have access to it. It's on HBO Max.
yeah, and that's why I like Jared Leto is like that. He gets into this character, and becomes that. That's what Joaquin Phoenix did to Joker. Like he was like when you watch it, you're like, oh my god, he's like super skinny.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
he did that for the role. Um, so, but this movie's coming out next year, first of the year, the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, I think I'm kind of glad we're still getting ones that aren't main characters in comic book movies. Uh, we got Black Black Adam's coming out.
Yeah.
We've got this one. I want to see Shang-Chi came out a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I want to see these non Iron Man and Spider Man. I want to see these non characters that are not that right there. So, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, and they tried as well. I mean, I know Eternals came out fairly recently, but this isn't really a news story. But like, it's technically rotten on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Like, it's at like a 57%. It's lower than Thor 2. That's saying something. Now, I also don't know if like it actually was bad or maybe it's just people review bombing. It could be a lot of different things, but I feel like a majority of people still aren't going to movies at all. And if you're not putting, unless it's like something like very well known, like um I don't know, like Venom or like even the Spider-Man that's coming out soon, like then you're probably gonna miss people seeing it. So that's why the numbers are probably down. Or also, yeah, Shang-Chi, that just came out and like it did really, really well. So it's possible the expectations of the movies were this high and then this movie was just kind of right here. And so people voted it down here. So
uh,
I don't know. It just really depends.
I am watching that on the 12th when we're able to on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I had several friends that saw it and they were like, "Oh, it's so good,"
Yeah.
um, you know, and they like you have to watch because there's tons of cameos, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not looking up
Yeah.
any.
I know
I know
nothing
one
about
or
it,
two.
so yeah, I'll
Yeah,
definitely watch it here. I'll be out of town at that point, but yeah, I'm very excited, and I plan on seeing the newest Spider-Man in theaters. I'm gonna try to find a way to hopefully. I don't know if there's a open movie theater or not where I'm going, honestly, because I think it did close down. So I'll find a way. Don't you worry about Planet Express. Let me worry about blank.
yeah. I mean, you know, I've been to the theater, but like I said, I buy an extra seat,
Mm-hmm.
or I wait till the movie's been out for a little bit where they're not going to sell out,
Yeah.
so I have extra room around me, so I'm not sitting next to a bunch of people. Uh, but to be honest, there's not been anything I really want to go see in the theaters. So I wanted to see Shang-Chi. That was the only one I really wanted to see,
Yeah.
but I just didn't get out there. So yeah, well, um, looking here, do we really have a topic?
No, not really. I mean, we've kind of gone. I always leave that there. So, a little inside baseball for you all. I have an outline that I generally make for this thing, and sometimes we fill that topic in. Sometimes it's just 3 question marks. It's generally 3 question marks, and then we just kind of roll from a news story or whatever. But like, really, like we kind of been going for almost an hour now, and we yeah, I can't really think of a topic to be honest, so I don't think we really have one. Um,
I
yeah.
could just say this, not a topic.
Okay.
um, like I said, Alex and I are taking a break. The Osaw of your still launch on the same day. We got a bunch of episodes we've done, some really great episodes. Um, but when we come back and we actually start recording again, I think we got so many big things in the pipeline. We can't
Quality.
talk about uh, can't talk about the things in the pipeline, but there's some really cool stuff
Yeah,
coming up. I'm excited. Like I think we're gonna take the podcast to a whole new level.
I
Um,
agree. I'm very excited as well. Yeah, and again, thank you everyone for listening all this time. Or if you're just tuning in for the first time, really do appreciate it. If you like us, please go to YouTube and search for Get At Gaming, or go to our, excuse me, wow, almost like burped and puked at the same time. Um, it was one of those days. But Yeah, please go to like our Facebook or Twitter first of all. You should be able to find our what is that thing called? The links, like the all links thing.
Oh
Um
yes,
I forget what that's called, but we have one of those.
Linktree.
Linktree. Yeah, we have one of those, so you can find all of our stuff. You can also find our Twitter there. You can find our Twitch there, where we occasionally do stream. You can also find our YouTube as well. So you can either go to youtube.com and search for Gay Gaming Podcast, or you can just find us this way. We are trying to hit 100 subscribers, so we can change the name so it's easier for you to find. So we can just say like youtube.com/whatever. It'd just be a whole lot easier. But yeah, we would appreciate it if you watch the videos on there, or just like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, please. And then vice versa, if you're watching this on YouTube, we would appreciate it if you went and listened to us on any of the podcast services of your choice, whether that is Spotify, iTunes. If you're able to download it, we appreciate it. If you're not able to, it's totally fine. Just as long as you're listening, just as long as you're enjoying the content, continue to listen, because I don't want you to listen and not enjoy the content. Like, you don't, honestly, yeah, if you don't like us, it's totally fine. You don't have to listen. But if you do like us, please support us.
Yes, we do this for fun, but we do like to see the numbers go up. We do like to see those, and you guys have been awesome. I can tell you, just going through this year alone, we had some equipment problems. We've had outages. Like I remember one time the power went out. So you guys have been awesome, and so we thoroughly enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we got new stuff coming up. We'll let you know there. Check us out. I don't think there's anything more left to say except for get at it.
Get at it.